On this particular video, the only way PDP can be revived is to give ticket to Peter Obi. As you know, say, PDP, they lobby left and right, how they can have Peter Obi back on PDP. Why some Nigerians are debating right now, saying that Peter Obi should not go back to PDP. Why some are saying it doesn't matter if he goes there, you know, whatever that happens, let it happen. As long as Peter Obi is concerned, anywhere he goes, we follow him. Let's listen to this submission, guys.
The African Democratic Congress. People have said this. Well, I heard the presidential spokesperson, Mr. Daniel Bola, say, well, there's no coalition. A coalition means that a party has joined, has come, and you've come together. These are just a few aggrieved people who have moved from one place. He even said it was just a handful of people who've moved. So what kind of coalition is it? It's just an arrangement of very aggrieved old politicians who are hungry for power that has been taken away from them. Should the ADC, well, do they have a chance with these men and women who have joined their party? Do they have a chance against the APC in 2027? Or is it just old people making noise again? It will
depend on a number of factors. On whether ADC is a coalition or not, I think it's just semantics. ADC, as a party now, has described itself as a coalition of individuals. So it's not a coalition of parties, it's a coalition of individuals. It's a coalition. They didn't say a coalition of parties, it's a coalition, it's a coalition. And even if it's a coalition of parties, it is not the physical structure of those parties that will go and meet together to form parties. It's still individuals within those parties. So what you have in the ADC now are people from the PDP, the APC, and some other parties that are coming together to form a party. And one of the things they've achieved for now is what seems to be a slide towards a one-party state, at least within the establishment. There's a division now, clear division. And people are saying want to challenge the president for power. That has created some level of vibrancy within the polity. But how far can they go? Very important question. The same way we are telling those in power today to consider committing class suicide is the same thing we're going to tell those in opposition. Because in a democracy, responsibility on both government and opposition weighs equally. Because if you cannot successfully lead a sanitized opposition movement, you cannot actually lead a sanitized government or a sane government. What are your thoughts on Atiku? For me, because he wants to be president. It is his right constitutionally, but I think that Southern presidency ordinarily should be sacrosanct. And I would have expected that, given what happened in 2023 that destroyed the PDP, and the PDP right now is in intensive care unit, Atiku Abubakar and any other northerner who feels strongly that the president is not doing well should by now be filing behind a southern replacement for the president. There's rumors that the PDP is going to zone its presidency to the south. And that is one of the things that might resuscitate the dead PDP, because it would be a miracle to do that. Should Peter Obi go back to the PDP? It depends on what they have in store for him. One of the miracles that can revive the PDP really is the PDP candidacy on that party. But I don't know how they're going to achieve it. I don't know whether the tendencies within the party that seems to have thrown their support ahead of even the election for the incumbent. I don't know how they're going to navigate that very thorny terrain. But one of the miracles that can revive the PDP and bring back to life is not just to zone to the south, but to pick somebody like Peter Obi as his candidate. They would have made an atonement for their mistake in 2023. And whether or not they win the next election, it would have revived the PDP at least back to life. Let's talk about two more things before we wrap up. In all of the politics and the hula baloo and the up and downs and the endorsements of the president and the coalitions, Mr. Fubara, Governor Fubara. Governor Fubara, let's just leave it at Governor Fubara. Kind of slipped through the cracks. Because the last we heard, there was a reconciliation that had happened with Minister Wike. Yes. We were all very excited. Oh, that means he's going to come. But when is he coming back? When is this 6 months going to be over? We don't have the details of the settlement agreement between himself and his estranged godfather. So nobody can really say, even though there are speculations that if he continues to comply with the terms of agreement between when it was actually agreed upon and when the current military, should I say, administrator in Rivers clocks 6 months, probably he might return after the first 6 months. But again, nobody is really sure of what was quoted in the settlement agreement. Again, the lesson to be drawn from this for Rivers people, if you want to avert this kind of happenings in your state, do what other states have done in the past to put an end to godfatherism. Anything other than that, we cannot really say that a product of godfatherism was elected by the people, because monies were deployed to procure victory for such a person.
And now that you spoke about monies, we'll be ending on that particular topic. The unexplained wealth bill, I don't think you've heard about this. It's been pending. The EFCC chair just brought it to our minds again recently. Yes. It's been pending since the 9th Assembly. What's the holdup? What's holding the legs?
Maybe those that are supposed to pass the bill
can't explain their own wealth. Why? Come on, there has to be somewhere around this. I don't want this to be just something that the EFCC chair talked about and then we all talked about on TV and then he went away.
Go back to the issue of prioritizing national interest over personal interest of today. I mean, you could have unexplained wealth as a parliamentarian, but your children may not. And somebody may have appropriated their own wealth and becomes unexplainable on the other side. So if you have this law in place, in future, all of us will benefit from it. But people are not being futuristic, so nobody wants to probably explain their unexplained wealth. No, it is explaining, and that speaks volume about the National Assembly. Otherwise, what is so difficult to pass a law that enables the EFCC to be able to prosecute or at least investigate people that cannot explain the source of their wealth? It should be an enabling law.
It would fight so many crimes. Fraud,
kidnapping, terrorism,
armed robbery, all kinds of crimes.
So the fact that the National Assembly is dilly-dallying over this matter itself is indicative of the characters that congregate in the National Assembly. And it's an indictment on the most important arm of our democracy, which is the legislative arm of government.
Well, Dr. Majid Dahiru, that's a good place to anchor. I want to thank you very much for being with us on Hard Copy, and good luck with all the work you have ahead of you.
I would like to ask, what's your own take? Do you want Peter Obi to go to PDP for the platform, whatever that will happen in 2027? Do you want Peter Obi to go to PDP? It's a question. Or you want him to rebuild the Labour Party, or rather, stick with the ADC and fight for the ticket? I would like to read from you as they learn. And so me myself, they learn. Nobody know everything like that. This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.